Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Anshul and in this video I'm going to be talking about various steps involved in the Canada PR process if you go through the Ontario PNP route. This is going to be the first video in the series of Canada immigration videos that I plan to post on my channel. So if you think that's something you're going to find interesting, please do consider subscribing to my channel. So let's get started. OINP is a huge program with a number of streams and subcategories, but for this video, I'm going to be focusing on how the Express Entry stream works. This stream is again subdivided into three parts, but the basic procedure for all three remains the same. The first one is French-speaking skilled workers, which is for candidates who can speak both French and English. The second one is skilled trade stream, which is for workers who have some kind of work experience in Ontario in an eligible trade occupation. And the third and the biggest one is human capital priorities stream, which is for skilled workers with the required work experience, education, and language proficiency in either French or English, as well as these candidates meet certain other parameters that may be set for that particular search. For instance, the recent tech draws that are happening are focusing on inviting software engineers to Ontario. In the recent years, maximum number of invitations have been sent under this category. You can find the details of these selection parameters in the link given in the description box. But one thing that is extremely important and common across the entire OINP program is that they choose candidates with CRS score less than the ongoing cutoffs. And that's the whole point, right? They want to invite people who would be beneficial for this province, irrespective of their low CRS scores. And they wouldn't want to waste their invitations on people who might get an ITA directly from IRCC and might end up rejecting their nomination anyway. Alright, so let's walk through all the steps involved in this process, right from creating your Express Entry profile to receiving your Canada PR. The very first step that you take in this journey is creating your Express Entry application and entering IRCC's pool of applicants. When Ontario conducts a draw, it searches the Express Entry pool to find the candidates who may meet the criteria of Ontario's Express Entry streams set for that particular search. If you are identified as a candidate, they will send you a notification of interest in your Express Entry profile, inviting you to submit an online application to them. You get a 45-day window to complete your application. During this process, you need to create an account in the OINP portal, fill in all your details, and submit all of the documents that are required to prove that all the information that you initially entered in your Express Entry profile is in fact true. For example, your WEST report card, your IELTS score, and also additionally you would be required to submit two more documents, that is your resume and your letter of intent to stay in Ontario. When you submit this application, you would be required to pay a fees of 1,500 Canadian dollars to the Ontario government for processing your application. After you submit your application, they take around 30 to 60 days for processing your application, and your application goes through the following stages. It's in submitted stage after you submit your application. Next, it moves to assessment stage. If they require any additional documents, they will communicate it to you via your OINP account. If they get all the required documents that they require to validate all the information that you provided, your application moves to DIP stage, that is decision in progress. And finally, after everything is validated from their side, your application is approved. You can track all of these status changes in your OINP account on the OINP portal. After your application is approved and you open your Express Entry profile, you're going to see an option that is going to ask you whether or not you want to accept this nomination from Ontario. You get 30 days to reply to them. If you fail to do so, your nomination stands cancelled. And if you accept it, 600 points get added to your CRS score and it gets reflected in your Express Entry profile almost immediately. And with this, your very first milestone is achieved. You receive a nomination approval letter and your OINP certificate in your registered email, which also states that these 600 points, that is your nomination, is only valid for a period of 6 months. So if you need to use these 600 points and apply for your Canada PR, you need to accept the invitation from the Canada government, the invitation to apply within this duration of 6 months. In a normal scenario, express entry draws happen almost every 2 weeks, and your score would be more than enough to get you an ITA, that is an invitation to apply for Canada PR, in the very first draw that happens after you're nominated. And even in the COVID situation, the Government of Canada has not stopped conducting the draws for PNP candidates. After you accept your invitation to apply for Canada PR, you will get 60 days to submit your PR application, and the hustle to collect all the documents begin again. But this time it's a little bit easier because 90% of the documents in both the applications are the same. You only need to get them updated to the latest dates. So you can submit your PR application whenever you're ready with all your documents and everything. You just need to fill in all the details in your APR, that is your application to PR, and upload all the required documents. After you submit this one last application of this process, a long wait begins. You need to wait for Canada government to process your application, and in normal scenarios they take around 6 months for doing that. But it's really hard to comment on the processing times in this COVID situation. Because of the limited working of visa centers all over the world, we can see a drastic drop in the number of PR approval emails that people are getting since March. So we can see the stats over here. There has been a drastic decline in the number of PR emails being issued since March. But we can only hope the situation gets better worldwide and the visa centers resume their normal operations. Alright, so this is it for this video. I hope you all found it useful. If you wish to see more such videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.